Now I want to bring this up because speaking of music, you're a music background. You're an artist.
Yeah, I'm
right?
a music artist.
You have a couple songs on SoundCloud. Is that where you put your music at?
Yeah, SoundCloud, YouTube, Reverb Nation, basically anywhere on the internet. And so yeah, I do music. I do hip hop music here out of Salt Lake. I've been doing it since 15, so 2009.
And I actually saw a little documentary about you.
Yeah.
And this was before I even knew you, though. It was just in one of my classes, and I was like, yeah, that guy has some pretty good music.
Yeah.
And that was before I even met you or talked to you, so
Yeah.
it's cool.
I want to know about the way you got into music, though. You say you started at 15.
Yeah.
What made the passion of music attract you so much?
So it was just, I remember starting off, I don't know, man, I just kind of wanted to be like the cool kid doing music, doing rap, and so it was more of just kind of out of popularity. But then, actually going into the craft and actually recording, that's when you realize, okay, that's when I realized, all right, I can't just I didn't want to do it just for the popularity. I actually want to be good. I actually want to talk about something. And so make it meaningful, right? And so I actually used to go to the Boys and Girls Club in Midvale.
Okay.
And they have a studio there. They had a full studio. And that's kind of where I got my first opportunity to get my foot in the door, just kind of like here, with this radio station.
Yeah.
And so I got recording, and I did 2 CDs, 2 mixtapes, as we like to call them in the hip-hop world. And, ever since then, I just kind of started running with it, and I still do it to this day.
And then I want to ask you, too, because the way the generation and technology has moved, when you were younger, 15, I'm guessing you probably did what me and Jesse were talking about a couple days ago. You might have stopped at stores, maybe handed out people CDs and make them buy them now. But now, today, it's easier to get your music out there and to get out to a bigger popular audience, I guess you can say.
Yeah. And we run into that's exactly what I was doing. Back in the day, it was more of in-person. I used MySpace at the time. That was
See, it's for music, man.
Yes, MySpace was amazing. I was very sad. I was very sad when Facebook came in. Yeah,
It ruined everything.
It ruined everything. It really did.
As
because
you love Facebook over here.
Yeah.
But see, the thing with Facebook and MySpace, I actually love the platform itself, but to a general sense, it's not that you love the platform, it's that you love your friends.
Yeah.
There's no friends.
Yeah.
And obviously, it sounds like you use MySpace a little bit differently than probably I did. I socialized a lot on MySpace.
Even their new MySpace kind of looks cool. I kind of use that as the quote on Spotify.
Well, because
really?
Well, because Jesse, he popped on MySpace a couple days ago, and he saw all his old music that was on the site.
Yeah.
That you used to upload your music and stuff on the site.
Yeah.
And that's what MySpace is. If I'm right, MySpace is now a music, more online website.
MySpace. Even when MySpace originally came to be, it was for indie music. It was for to create your music, that's what it was for originally. But we used it more as social, of course. But back to topic, or a little off topic, when you were talking about mixtapes.
Yeah.
So my buddy, he said, hey, I got a mixtape I want to give out to my friends. And I was like, yeah, I'll listen to it, because when friends are passionate about something, it's always awesome to listen to their passion.
Yeah, you don't want to drain their.
Yeah. Well, no, but people always put more effort to something they're passionate about, always, and that's why people can get good careers and jobs out of this. Well, I was so excited to get it, and the funny thing is, I thought he was going to give me an actual a cassette. I was like, oh, I thought it was a cassette because he said mixtape, so I thought he was giving me a cassette. Come to find out, it was a CD, but slang for mixtape.
Yeah.
So when you said that, I was like, yeah, I throw out some mixtape CDs. I thought my friend was giving me a cassette tape.
Yeah. Well, that's how they used to make mixtapes, right?
Yeah.
With songs on them. Yeah, that just reminded me of that one movie, The Perks of Being a Wallflower. Have you seen that movie?
Yes.
It's like, let me make you a mixtape, and it's a little...
Back in the day, you just sat in your car, and you pressed record when your song came on the radio, and you unrecorded it, and you pressed record for the next song.
Yeah, that was your mixtape you had driving up for a nice long road trip, You had that mixtape in your car, cassettes.
I have tons of them.
And now, but we were talking about, too, about how music has changed, too, over the years. What's the biggest difference you've seen in music since you started to now, though?
More than anything, I think it would be just the... what do you mean by the lyrics?
Well, I would say this is on my standpoint. Okay. Sorry, David, but I'm going into more. I'm like the promotional marketing guy.
Yeah.
How does it seem? what are you doing, and what are the challenges?
Yeah, there we go.
Of getting your music out there nowadays to what it could have been, 20 years ago. What's the challenges? What are you doing that's possibly maybe not a challenge that you found that's working? Maybe?
Yeah. But one of the challenges is online has been beneficial. What we were talking about on Myspace. That was the place where, people would just go to my profile to see who I was, if I sent them a friend request, whatever, and they would automatically have to hear my music. So that was a benefit. But now, I feel like it's become a negative because, one, there's so many artists.
Yes.
Easy.
It's so easy to upload a song, a video, and it's all free. So
YouTube.
It doesn't really weed anything out.
Yeah, so it becomes very saturated, and everything is full of music, and so that has been difficult to kind of, I guess, stand out because there's so many people online that people. And then people also have so many resources to listen to music now from every device, from your phone and
from computer to
just
car.
The way I don't know, it's crazy because it used to be easier at least to get support with physical copies of a CD.
Yeah.
Because then someone could say, "Look, I have a CD," and then I can also go on MySpace to hear more or whatever, right?
Yeah.
And now I'm not doing the physical CDs because you don't do that no
more.
It takes too much time.
It's like Stone Age time though too. It's old fashioned. No one wants to have a CD anymore.
Yeah, and so everything's digital, and so that has become a struggle because I could post my link to my album on iTunes, but how do I get the person to get there? And so that's one of the struggles. I mean, it's become easier and it's also become harder at the same time, but I think
'cause everybody can do it.
Yeah, and so right now I really feel it's been difficult, and so since I haven't released any new music, not until this summer, which I'm planning to, I've been kind of on a break with it, but I've been trying to figure out in this resting time, how do I effectively reach people?
So have you come up with anything really that you've been doing that's semi-working, or any
ideas that
or strategies?
Yeah.
It's just, I hate doing this, but I think it's spamming people.
Yeah.
And so,
like on Facebook and all the other social media outlets.
And that's how I used to do it on MySpace, and that's what it was effective. I used to reach out to people and send them a message, "Hey, check out this song. Let me know what you think." And a lot of people didn't respond, but regardless, they might have checked out the song.
I've seen your Facebook page though. It seems like you got it's your music one, right?
Yeah.
It seems like you got some followers though on there, right?
Yeah, you want to throw out your Facebook page?
Yeah, so you can like my Facebook page, facebook.com/Santos Guzman. And so I almost have 1,000 followers or likes on that.
Good.
But the thing that's weird about Facebook too is that I guess another struggle is I almost have 1,000 likes, but let's say I post something, I'm only getting 4 likes on that post.
Yeah,
it depends what you're posting.
That's the way Facebook works. Yeah, because me and Jesse have done the same thing. We realize there's a certain reach. You see your reaches probably.
Yeah. Lets you know.
And it kind of wonders you why. Why is that one doing better than the other one? Some things you put up.
It's trying to figure out the pop because he admins my page, I admin his page, his sports one, and sometimes I'll post something out on mine and his at the same time, and this can be vice versa. Sometimes mine will reach, and I go on his, it will only reach 19 people. So, but it's at the same time with, I wouldn't say the same audience, but semi-same.
But how many likes does it get? Or are you not really worried about the likes?
No, well, the likes that's what's given the reach. I think the most likes I've ever had on our sports rally page is probably 50.
Okay.
But that's not average.
Yeah.
An average is maybe
5 to 10, if that.
Yeah.
I'd probably say 3
and that,
to 5.
you said, it's so hard because, a lot of people go on Facebook nowadays, and a lot of people don't like stuff anymore.
Yeah.
People usually look at it, and they'll just scroll down.
Scrolling.
Even if they like it, they'll just keep scrolling.
Yeah.
And especially because on the phones nowadays, no one wants to sit there and and that's just... But that's just the way Facebook is now.
Instagram has took that job of liking stuff. And even Instagram, too, is a funny thing because yesterday I posted something just for fun. And usually if I post something that's music... so this is frustrating. So basically everything I have social media is kind of for my music because it's what I do, and I could post anything on Instagram. It could be a selfie. It could be I don't know, something funny, and it could get, let's say, 80 likes on a good day. And then I'll post something music related. I know
where this is going. Yeah.
And then I post something music related. It's either a promotional photo, it's a song, whatever.
Tumbleweeds.
30 likes.
30
likes. It's, oh man. Like, I can't even believe I'm talking about likes like this, but it's just frustrating.
Well, see, the problem I see a lot, too, is, so I'll post up something important, trying to get people out there, and they, I won't get the reaction I want, but I'll post some stupid photo that has nothing to do with what I'm doing, and all of a sudden I'm getting likes and people are commenting about it. It's almost like you have to put controversial stuff on there for people to, find it attractive.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's weird.
No, that's definitely true. I've tried the same thing on my music page. It's either if you post something controversial or I don't know. Yeah, you kind of, and I've noticed big artists have done the same thing.
Yeah.
I follow, I think it's B.O.B. and
he's one of the best.
Yeah, he posts like what is it like? He posts like funny things like to articles. And part of me is like, why is he posting this? Like I have seen this post already on a different page. But it's giving, I guess, it gives traffic to his page.
Yeah, and that's why they're doing it. And you kind of got to put yourself back in our situation when we're on our phones.
Yeah.
I mean, the only time I will comment on something is if I'm really, really passionate or seen it around, or if I have a strong opinion. Like if it's something I don't like, I'll probably comment, or if it's something I do like, I don't know. It's weird how it works because we want people to build the awareness for us, let alone we could be in the same situation where we're not building the awareness for somebody else.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
So let me just let me ask another quick question here. You guys are listening to End of the Bench Uncut, Vito and Valdez in studio. Gustav? I think that's wrong.
No, Guzman.
I call him Guzman. It's his last name, though.
Okay, Guzman in studio with us today. Gustav, you can get that trending if you want. But you guys are listening to End of the Bench Uncut, and thank you guys for making us part of your day today. But the question I wanted to ask you, too, is because, like, with my work, I'm a writer, and what I want to do, I look at other people's articles they write, but I want to mix it to make it my words, to make it my type of style. So do you do the same type of thing? Do you look at other musicians and compare yourself to them, but say, I want to have my own style as well?
Definitely.
We had a call, by the way.
Yeah, no, that's definitely the case. I take the perspective of the major artists that are out there, and I want to put my own twist on it. I want to put my own perspective on it, and I guess give my audience that perspective. And that perspective, I guess, could just do with my, where I'm from, or like how I was raised, or even my culture. So that's definitely what I do. That's one of my influences.
Who do you listen to kind of compare your music to, or who do you inspire to be like? I guess you can
Idolize.
say. Idolize, yeah.
I
know it's tough because there's a lot, especially in the music world. You want to put your spin on everything.
Yeah, there's a lot of artists that I look up to for different reasons, and sometimes it's artists that you wouldn't ever compare their music to mine, but it's just because of that one thing something about them. And for example, I don't know if you guys ever heard of the artist Tyler, the Creator.
Yeah, I have.
I've
Odd
heard,
Future.
But I haven't.
He's known to be very controversial.
Very different. I would say.
Very vulgar. Like if you heard my music, you can never compare it to that.
From one of the songs I heard, you seem like you clashed two genres together and kind of made something fresh.
What is your genre? Would you say it's hip hop?
Yeah, I would say it's hip hop I'm kind of in the process of combining like a Latino Mexican flavor into it, just to be a little different.
I thought it sounded good.
Like a Latino hip hop?
Yeah, Latino hip hop. And that's a genre. But that's more, I think it's more in Spanish, so I would just say hip hop.
Yeah.
And then just kind of because every artist out there has jazz in their music, different influences.
So do you have Spanish songs and English songs?
I have maybe 2 or 3, but they're not completely in Spanish. That's actually what I'm trying to get into right now, is make because, you know, a lot of my family speaks Spanish, and they've been telling me for the longest time, like, you need to make a song in Spanish for us to understand it.
Yeah.
And I just laugh, because I'm just like, well, y'all like what you hear now, but, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I hope y'all like it when I translate it over or whatever.
Like, man, go back to your other stuff, huh?
Yeah,
that's like what your family would say.
You know what's so cool about this conversation right now? This is EOTB Uncut.
Yeah.
And this is music. It's kind of different, but the thing that it relates back to, and we've been talking about, is the whole promoting, building awareness, and marketing it right.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
We've had that problem with this show, which I think that we're going in a positive direction anyways, because I think with with the department we're in, the Mass Communication Center, they're not used to seeing what we do. Like, we do the posters, we do we keep up on
you
Twitter.
even came up to us and said, I see all your guys' stuff around here.
Yeah,
I see you guys on TV.
Yeah, and that's the reason why, because I'm kind of in that same field of doing those things and I wanted to show you guys like that respect and that love of seeing that around. It's cool. It's inspiring. To let me know, to be like, okay, I need to use my resources. It's even led me to think, hey, I want to promote my radio show.
Yeah, and I think in the long run, you just got to go with it, you know.
Yeah,
When me and David got the whole gig to produce this show, I wasn't looking at it as, okay, cool, this will give me experience and I'll get paid on the side. Awesome. How I look at things is, if I'm doing it, we might as well do it. So I was like, David, let's make this show the best, you know, like you always make fun of me, David. Let's make this the best show. Let's promote it. Let's get the Twitter going again. Let's not just do the show. Let's actually make it a show. And David always makes fun of me because we'll be like, yeah, maybe he'll be like, here's a good one. We'll go to McDonald's or something, and he'll be like, oh, dude, you should work here. You can make it the best McDonald's in the world.
Well,
you know?
That's like the mindset you've had everywhere we go. Hey, he'll point at me. Hey, you see that Arctic Circle? You know what? We can work there and make the best Arctic Circle in the state. Yeah, we probably could, but I don't want to work at Arctic Circle right now, Jesse.
But see, I don't actually say that, but that's
it's just,
the reflection he gets from me.
But that's the humorous thing, because one thing me and Jesse do believe, though, anything we touch or we see, we want to make it the best there is.
Yeah, definitely.
And that's the mindset you got to have in this thing.
It's not being cocky.
Yeah.
No.
But it's just like, when I'm doing something, I feel passionate about it. Whether even when I used to work at the old Blockbuster Videos, I was so passionate about that job, not because it was just a rental store, but it was because it's like, well, I can make this something. I feel like I can put a piece of me in this, and I feel like that with this show.
With that being said, let's just take a quick break. We've still got...
We had a call, I think, too,
got a lot of time still left in the studio. We'll be right back after this quick break. We'll talk... if you going to stick around for a little bit more?
I got a little bit, yeah. I have to do some editing, so maybe like 10 more minutes.
Yeah, we got 10 more minutes here. We'll be right back after this. You guys are listening to End of the Bench Uncut. Back at it again. David Vito, Jesse Valdez in the studio of Radio SLCC, End of the Bench Uncut. End of the Bench episode 6, is that right? Or 7?
The one that's coming out?
Yeah, is it 7 coming out?
Episode 7's coming out.
Episode 7's coming out very soon. The editing is done. We've got it sent off. It's getting waiting for it to be approved. It'll be on the TVs here sooner or later, hopefully.
It's going to be funny.
Oh, yeah. The newsroom, huh?
Yeah, the newsroom is going to be funny.
We're back again. Gustav, I'm going to call you now.
Gustav.
That's in my head now. I don't know why. But he's in the studio with us rocking today.
Yeah.
Artist, a lot of great music. You're very passionate about music, and that's awesome. I asked you what made you get into music, but what's your favorite part about being an artist in music?
I think it's just about creating the actual music. That's the funnest part for me. There was a time where I got caught up kind of, I don't know, y'all probably can relate to this, but you get so busy and just trying to finish something because of timing that you don't actually enjoy what you're doing. You might love sports, or you might love whatever, but then you kind of get caught up in the, I guess, like, oh, we need to finish this at this time, like deadlines.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, deadlines.
Or feeling rushed or whatever. And there was a time that I actually felt like that, but now I'm really heading back to that of just creating. So my favorite part is just being able to create and be able to tell a story or be able to tell a perspective of, my perspective, basically, maybe a perspective that's not heard.
There's a lot of music that, comes out all the time. Artists always drop an album here, and then they have that time away from music.
Yeah.
Now, you said you're away from it for now until you got something coming out in the summer.
Yeah.
Is it kind of hard to be away from that time period because so many more songs are coming out during that time while you're making an album?
Yeah.
And it's got to be kind of frustrating.
Anxious. Is that what you're trying to say? Is it anxious to
get
something else
because you want to get something else going at that time.
Well, I mean, what's happening I guess I could speak a little bit for myself and maybe for other artists just because I'm very into the craft. A lot of the times where artists kind of stop coming out for a while is because, they'll release an album, you'll hear their song for a while on the radio or
Single,
whatever.
Yeah.
But at the same time, what you don't know is that they're already sometimes working on the next thing.
Yeah.
And so, personally, it has been frustrating because I haven't gone from one project to the other just because of college, just because of school.
Yeah.
So it has become very anxious. There was like a good year and it was just anxiety of, I want to record, and my circumstances just wouldn't let me.
I can relate to that a little bit with the sports and stuff, like with our football being done.
Yeah.
Everybody keeps talking to me about football, and I'm like, I want to take a break. I don't
want
to talk about football. But at the same time, I'm anxious for the next season. I want to see what we can become.
Yeah.
So I understand that. One thing that I really wanted to ask you is you were telling me that you kind of, when you first started getting into the scene, you kind of got into it because it was kind of the cool thing to do, you were saying. But was there ever a turning point to where where it changed for you? And I don't know, maybe there was something in your music that you said, okay, I really do like this a lot. I'm not just doing it for that. Is there any turning point for you, you'd say?
I think it might have been many things, but one of the things I can remember might have been a song. It might have been a song or a performance that you, so when I did first start off, I kind of had songs. I guess you could. I guess I'm gonna throw it out there and say I just had the typical hip hop songs, right?
Okay.
Whatever that means, like just kind of braggadocious and whatever. And then I released a song called Mexican American, and so that's kind of that's what I am, I guess. And and it was crazy because the song was called Mexican American. I put it on YouTube 2009. And just that title brought in so much.
Was that high school for you?
Middle school. I was in ninth grade.
15, man. He's been doing this.
Oh, man. Yeah. I was 11th grade.
Dang. So I was about to ask you how old you were, but there you go. You're coming next year. No, but yeah. And so I released that song, and it was kind of crazy. Random people. I've never had that experience because usually with my music, people that I know usually are the ones that are commenting on my videos and my songs. Oh, good job, But this was that one song that people from everywhere were commenting. Oh, I love this song. And it probably had like 6,000 views. Just because of the title. Because the title's so universal.
Yeah, because anyone can look at it.
Yeah, it's just a common name.
It's like a catchphrase.
Mexican American.
Yeah.
You could have documentaries, whatever that means. You could still look that up and you'll find videos for days, and it helped.
And I don't mean to cut you off, but we do have someone on the line right now. We missed a couple calls. We apologize for that.
We
but
can't hear the theme.
I didn't mean to cut him off.
Well, is this who I think it is all of a sudden?
This is the crazy fan.
Aren't you doing your taxes?
Yeah, how's the weather outside?
Man, it's cold, man. Don't go outside without your coat on, man. I got white stuff all in my face.
Is it done snowing, or is it still snowing?
It's kicking up again.
Oh, we got to get out of here, man.
Yeah.
For real. It's snowing again.
We're going to end the phone call there. You can join the conversation on Twitter at MCC EOTB. If you want to follow us there, you can. Sports Rally, Facebook, all that stuff.
Facebook.com/Sports Rally.
You can comment there as well. The one question I want to ask you, though, because you said you're hip-hop.
Yes.
Hip-hop genre.
Yes.
The hip-hop game has changed over the year. Jesse loves the Bobby Brown days. He loves big Bobby Brown. Fresh Prince used to do a thing with Will Smith. And then we've seen the transition of when Nelly was like a big factor at his time.
Yeah.
Tech 9 was a big factor.
Nelly just got arrested. Y'all see that?
Yeah, we've seen his tour bus. Yeah.
Cocaine, I think.
A whole bunch of stuff in there. But with the way artists change in hip-hop, the hip-hop game has changed so much from today and from back then, just early 2000s. And it seems like there's so many other outlets to get your songs out there, and you're allowed to be more explicit, I think, nowadays than you were back in the early 2000s. Would you agree with that?
Yeah.
I thought the stuff was more hardcore back then.
Yeah, but I think today it's easier to get it out than it was back then.
When I'm talking about, like, I'm not talking about, I know there's underground and stuff, but I'm talking about the stuff that does make mainstream. Like, if you look at the stuff we grew up listening to, like in elementary and stuff, when you had, like, 50 Cent. I know most people don't like Ja Rule, but you had Ja Rule.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You had stuff like that to, like, now it's like all like, I don't even know what it is.
Yeah, so what's the biggest difference from then and now? Because like Jesse said, he doesn't even consider it, a lot of it, hip-hop anymore.
Yeah, well,
at least rap, anyways. Rap.
Yeah, well, a lot of the stuff on the radio I would call rap, and then I don't know. I feel like it's a good time in hip hop because a lot of the stuff. I mean, if you're comparing Ja Rule and 50 Cent, like that 2000 era, it was all about the bling bling. Yeah, and not just that, but you had all the beefs going on. The battles.
50 Cent, The Game was the biggest one that I remember.
All of that stuff.
G-Unit and G-Unit.
Yeah, and so that, I don't know, I feel like that just that's gone away, and I can kind of see what you're talking about, like today, like people say that the hip-hop today is more soft.
Yeah.
And more kind of, I don't know, people like soft, I guess, and emotional. I don't know, so.
Is it because some of the rappers have, could you say, grown up since when they started?
Grown up, they're gone.
Yeah, but like Ludacris is totally different now. Ludacris just dropped a brand new album. It's nothing like it was 10 or 5 years ago, 5 or 10 years ago.
Well, yeah, the game's just changing. I mean, you can't, if Ludacris would have, still would have done all his chicken and beer songs and stuff kind of style, he just wouldn't have been relevant to the times because that's not what's going on right now. Yeah. Right now it's about, it's either, I don't know, I feel like it's going different directions. Lyrics are coming back to hip-hop. A lot of rappers now are really focusing on the lyrics. Mm-hmm. So even your mainstream dudes like Kendrick Lamar.
Is he the most, would you say the most, realist with lyrics?
I like Kendrick, yeah.
Yeah, I would say he's one of the top guys. I call him one of the leaders of the new school. So Kendrick Lamar, J. Cole.
J. Cole.
Saw that one coming, yeah.
Joey Badass.
Mm-hmm.
Who else? I'm trying to think.
See, now where do they rank though? Like, who's the give me your top 5 hip hop artists.
You just did, dude.
No, of all time. All time.
Oh man,
is that hard?
That's tough, but
because where do those guys rank on the all time hip hoppers?
It's crazy because I don't think everybody in my list would be the top 5 of their time. But they're the top 5 overall. So I would have to say Common. So he's early 90s. No, he's late 90s, late 2000s. Kendrick Lamar.
You put him in the top 5.
Yeah, Lupe Fiasco.
Yeah.
He's one of my favorite rappers. Man, it's hard. I'm
gonna let you finish. If you leave this one guy off the list, I'm gonna be mad. But try to think of 2 more.
I might know who you're thinking of, but I might not be a fan of him.
Uh-oh.
Is it Jay-Z?
No.
Okay, because he's always in the top 5, and
Tupac.
Oh yeah. Okay. See, well,
there's that a little different.
Ah man.
Because Tupac, they're calling J. Cole like kind of a future Tupac.
No, that's Kendrick.
Are they calling Kendrick that?
They call him the new Tupac.
I don't know about that, man.
They actually, his new album, just random fact, I guess I'll just throw it out there. Kendrick's new album was actually going to be called, it was going to be an acronym for Tupac. So his album that just released is called To Pimp a Butterfly.
Okay.
And they were going to name it originally To Pimp a Caterpillar. Okay. So that's the acronym for Tupac. Mm-hmm. Because there's this whole thing going on that Kendrick's becoming the new Tupac of the game. They're both from the West Coast.
Since we're into music, let's get into the conspiracies of music.
Oh, Tupac.
We don't have to do that.
I have so many DVDs on that. Not even playing with you right now.
Tupac
getting killed.
We'll keep that off.
We can take that off.
I'm all about the conspiracies.
That'll be me too. That'll be a good show. That'll be a good show to get a lot of callers.
Yeah, my buddy, I'm into that stuff. My buddy's into that stuff.
Yeah.
The music scene, the celebrity scene, the government scene.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you're going a little bit. Yeah, you better calm down.
We should have a show.
Yeah,
but it all comes together. They all come together.
Yeah.
Everything I just named, music, celebrities, government, they all come together.
Yeah, that would be... Like,
the one world nation.
Whenever you hear conspiracy, the first person that I think of is Tupac, though.
Yeah.
And it's because that was probably the first things I watched.
He's coming back, so don't worry.
They said he was supposed to come back 2013 or something.
No, it was 14.
14,
I don't remember. He's still not here.
Because of some crazy, some math thing they did. I don't know.
No,
kind of gave up on it.
So, and then you mentioned Jay-Z. You're not a fan of him?
And I'm not a big fan. He's
part of the Illuminati.
Yeah, he's one of the top guys now.
Yeah.
No,
Beyonce now.
They're watching us now.
Queen Bee, huh?
Queen
and
Bee now,
Jay-Z.
Yeah. So yeah, I'm not. I mean, I wouldn't say I'm a hater of his, but I've never been a fan of his.
Has anyone ever reached out to you who's younger, who wants to do what you do, who's listening to your stuff, and what advice do you give them?
This just happened yesterday, actually. A young, inspiring rapper messaged me, and he it made me question the way I guess I used to approach older rappers, because he just kind of came out of the blue, and he was kind of like, he's like, hey, where do you record? Or no, he's like, hey, do you do music? And I was kind of like, yeah. Like, I was like, yeah, what's up? You know, what's going on? I didn't want to be a jerk and be like, no, get out of here.
Yeah, no, I don't want to talk to you. I do not want to talk to you. Get away.
Yeah. And so I was like, yeah, I do. And then he's like, he's like, do you have a studio? He was just basically trying to, like, figure out if I had a studio or not so he could record his own music.
Trying to beat around the bush.
And I've done that before when I was younger, and probably wasn't the best thing. But regardless, I still kind of gave him advice or helped him, and I just said, hey, I actually don't have equipment. I didn't tell him that I was struggling also to find a place to record, but I did let him know. I said, hey, I have friends that record, but it's kind of difficult to just say, hey, we're going to throw you in there and let you record with them because they don't really know you. But I did say there are professional studios, and then he kind of just asked me how much they were, and so I haven't responded yet, but
Tell him to watch this, listen to this.
Exactly. I'll link it to him.
This is for you, bud.
I'll send it to him right after. I'll send him a link and just be like, hey, before I answer this, let me send you this.
It really doesn't take too much equipment or too much expenses to do that, right?
Oh, especially not today.
I mean, what you need is a really good mic.
Yeah, decent mic.
Software.
Yeah.
And then like my buddy, when he's doing music, he got software going. Yeah. He got himself a really good mic. The mic's in a closet.
Yep.
And he closes the door, and that's where he records. In a closet.
Yeah.
It works. Right?
Oh, yeah. And I've done that. Before.
And we got about 5 more minutes, and we'll end today's show. The question I want to ask, because there's so many ways to get music out there. We've already talked about YouTube, MySpace, Facebook, and to get music out there. Like Jesse was saying,
we were talking about this yesterday.
You're able to go buy this equipment easily. Is it easier for people to think that they can make it nowadays, or because people don't struggle, you know? You know what I mean? Like,
I think we kind of asked that though. I think we kind of asked that, didn't we?
Yeah.
But is it easier for people to get found? Because like Justin Bieber, obviously one of the biggest people who was found on YouTube.
Yeah.
And all of a sudden he gets found, and everyone puts up music on YouTube over and over. Yeah. And trust me, there's a ton of good artists out there. You've already said that yourself. And you think it's harder for the big companies to narrow the search now because how broad the music is online?
Yeah, no, it definitely is. With the Justin Bieber thing, more than anything, it was about the perfect timing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He had his video online just like everybody else, but what set him apart was I think someone gave his video to who is his manager now.
Usher was the one that found him, yeah.
Yeah, something like that. And then he gave him over to this one guy and became his manager and then kind of gave it to Usher. I think that's what happened. Some record label guy found him first, and then he sent him over to Usher because he knew him.
And there's like shows like American Idol, The Voice, and all that. There's a lot of shows that can get people out there as well. Have you ever auditioned for anything like that?
I haven't, and I'm always encouraged to. And I want to, and then I don't because I guess I just have to really plan it out. And how would you say this? Be the smartest individual to let's say I audition for a show, I make it, And the best thing would be like having a promotion ready.
Yeah.
Like taking advantage of the moment.
Taking advantage, and I think it's kind of, kind of what David's reflecting on is like with our TV show EOTB or anything. I feel like we have all the technology and we have we know all the right people to make something happen.
Yeah.
But we got to figure out how to make it happen. Like it's like, okay, I guess this is better to say. We have the tools to make it happen. We just don't know how to use the tools yet.
Exactly.
And I think how you're talking about, yes, we have YouTube, we have all this social networks, but so does everybody else.
Exactly.
So how do we use it? But one question I really want to ask you, and I thought this was a really good one, kind of in general, is so nowadays, like you said, people pirate all the time now.
Oh, yeah.
They don't go out and buy CDs. But some people do. The people that do they really want to show their support for the artist.
Definitely.
Do you think in like this generation, me and David, we think we're driving home and we're talking about, the song came on. It was like, I think in today's world, it's a lot harder to have a one-hit wonder than it would have been last, 20, 30 years ago. Yeah. Nowadays, I mean, I guess they say the music industry is falling because of the pirates and stuff.
Yeah.
But I look at it as, this is when artists are actually making their money because they got to go to concerts now. Yeah. They got to, they can't just sell CDs anymore.
Yeah.
Because people are getting them for free.
Yeah.
Do you think that's like a turn, or what do you feel about?
Yeah, artists are definitely making more money on shows more than anything. I watch a lot of interviews and a lot of artists talk about that. They say we're getting our money and our checks now from these tours.
Yeah.
Going all over the United States. People can access our music easier, get it for free, watch us on YouTube. Now we're going to come to your city, and now we're going to get you to spend $30 on a ticket to come in. And that's,
And when I don't know, I kind of reflect on it. I was like, I feel like the music industry's hurting, but now I'm looking at it as like, well, these guys are actually, this is how they can't come up with a one-hit wonder anymore and then sell billions. Because I'm not going to go to a concert for one song.
Definitely.
You know what I mean?
In that sense, In that sense, it's definitely
now you
changed.
have to have an album. Back then, you had to have an album, and then more towards when one-hit wonders were easy. And now we're getting back to where you have to have like an album.
Yeah.
You can't just have one song. You have to have an album. So that's kind of weird that we're kind of going back to the old traditional way.
Yeah, it's kind of all reversing, but in a way, I feel like it's still happening in hip hop because there'll be artists that will, and I don't know how this happens. I still need to do, I guess, research on it. You'll have a song out there that someone uploads it on YouTube and it blows up on YouTube. For example, I don't know if you ever heard the song "All Gold Everything" by Trinidad James. That song right there, he downloaded a beat offline, just like any other rapper coming up, free beat. Stole his beat, basically, recorded on it, put it on YouTube.
That's a whole other conversation.
Yeah. Released a video to it, really creative video, got everyone's attentions. The radio had no choice but to play it.
Because it's so popular.
And then he gets signed to a record label, but he's basically a one-hit wonder. He's coming out with more music, but he only really has that one song.
The one song that everyone knows him by.
Yeah, and so, but he's still doing concerts. He's doing appearances. He's doing all these things, but it's still happening, and I don't know how, but it's weird. He gets signed to this label, and I think it was a couple months ago. I don't know what happened with his label, but they dropped him.
Yeah.
They just dropped him.
Well,
they said, we used you for your money. We basically used you for
your
money.
one-hit wonder,
One-hit wonder, and then we dropped you, and now he's not signed.
That seems to happen a lot, though. I mean, nowadays you see people... I swear it's a remake or somebody took a beat from somewhere or somehow they got the license for it and they're just remaking a song. So that's kind of crazy to see.
I think it's the best thing when fans or people on social media go, "Oh my gosh, you took that song from da 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 da," and you're like, you know what? It happens time and time after again. It's always going to happen. Yeah. That's the music world itself.
Yeah, it's all. Yeah, I don't know. It's crazy. It's a weird churn. So at the end of the day, I feel like I struggle in the same situation that you guys do with your show, with having all the tools, just to add on, I guess, to what you were saying, and just not getting to make it happen. Because I have the music, I have the channels. How do I get people to get there now?
It's halfway past 3:30 Mountain Time. Thank you guys for joining us and the Bench Uncut. Twitter, you got anything like that?
Yeah, so my Twitter is @SantoGuzman93. Instagram, same thing. And then Facebook, it's facebook.com/Santo X Guzman.
Definitely hit the like button on that. Jesse, Sports Rally.
Facebook.com/sportsrally, and just do our Twitter, right?
MCC EOTB is the Twitter for the show. Follow Sports at Home Radio on Facebook for all the news and notes around the sporting scene, national and locally. Again, End of the Bench, Vimeo.com/SLCC Voices. Episode 7 coming up soon. Episode 8 getting ready to shoot. Gustavo, I don't know why I'm going to keep calling you that, but that's
that's a new one.
Thanks for stopping by the studio. Hopefully you had fun in here.
Oh, I had a blast. It was amazing. It was amazing to be on the other side of the mic.
You used to be over here, huh?
Yeah.
Yeah,
it's cool. I like this a little bit.
Till next time, I'm David Vito for Jesse Valdez and everybody else that helps this show run smoothly. Thank you guys for being a part of the day. We'll see you guys soon.